Hello everyone, this is Informal DBS, Informal Dragon Ball Super, or should I say it's Mr. Informal. And so, finally back with a new content. I know it's been out for a long time, but let's get to the bottom of this. I recently watched Broly movie. Yes, the Broly movie in English dub or Funimation dub. So, as you can tell from my previous content, I'm not a fan of the storyline. I'm not a fan of Broly coming back, and I'm not a fan of this movie. I'm certainly not a fan of retconning a lot of movies, I guess you can say. Not only that, I think they could have done better, such as new villains, but whatever they made, it is what it is. It's already made now. Now my review will contain spoilers, so if you're not into spoilers, you might as well go watch another content on some other video site. So let's get to the bottom of my take, my verdict. What do I think of this movie? I think the storyline is obviously boring because we already had two Broly movies in the past. So I'll give this movie 6 out of 10, 3.5 star, I guess you can say. Is it a watchable movie? Yes. Is it a movie with deep storylines in regards to Broly? No. But it does shine the light on certain aspects that was unanswered in Dragon Ball Z and Dragon Ball Z movies, such as showing the parents of Goku. Obviously, it was Bardock, but we get to see his mom. Not only that, we get to see young Raditz and King Vegeta, Hair Nappa. We get to see also the minions of King Vegeta, and the fact that we also get to see baby Broly, even though we've seen him in the previous movie. But the biggest takeaway from this movie, I think, was the action scenes and the cinematography, especially the fighting scenes. All this power up stuff, yeah, that's great and all. The biggest power up that I saw was absolutely great was Vegeta turning into Super Saiyan God. The red aura. I knew what I was going to get from Broly. Broly's a beast. Okay, Broly is a beast in this movie. In the first movie, back in Dragon Ball Z, he got killed, or he gets killed. This time, they retconned him, and they kept him alive. Same with what happened to Frieza. So, I'm going to talk about the best part of this movie. Is the fighting scenes. And all just the fighting scenes. If anybody tells you, oh, the backstory is great or the storyline is great, no. There is no storyline. If you really want to get into the storyline, I'd say the first 5 minutes of the movie is where you get to see the Saiyans, King Cold, Frieza, the Ginyu Force, Zarbon. You're talking about when everything starts. I think that was beautifully drawn, beautiful scene. There's no doubt. I wish they could have showed us where Beerus, kind of told Frieza, hey, you can destroy planet Vegeta. Because I'm sure we all know, if you've been watching Dragon Ball Super, that Beerus kind of instigated that whole thing. So, it's unbelievable that the first 5 minutes is absolutely basically answered a lot of questions that we Dragon Ball Z fans have been waiting for. So how Broly came about was basically King Vegeta sends him off to another planet. Paragus follows, and then they get stuck in the planet, and then so they get stuck there until July, one of the Frieza's force, finds him, and then then they introduce him to Frieza, and then they go to Earth. Frieza collects all Dragon Balls, 7 Dragon Balls, and then Broly fights off with Vegeta and Goku. So I'm going to tell you right now, the fighting scene is beautiful. The anime, the sketch or the drawing style is beautiful. I love it. It reminds me of Dragon Ball Z, but it has a little bit of Dragon Ball in it. Okay, so it's almost like a fusion of Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z. So the thing is that what I hated about this movie is I wish I could have seen future Trunks. Would have been nice. Same as the original Broly. I wish I could have seen Piccolo. What about Gohan? And what about Krillin? Even Master Roshi. And just so you know, Broly does fight Whis. Only just a bit. But never fights Beerus. So those negatives are what I was looking for. Is that no Trunks, would have been nice. No Krillin, no Piccolo. Piccolo was only shown when he was teaching the fusion dance, but he never fights off Broly. I'm telling you, Broly's power is immense. He basically pummels both Vegeta and Goku in blue. And so since Piccolo and he fights off with Frieza and Golden Frieza, and since Piccolo's there, they teach him the fusion dance, and what do we get? Gogeta in blue. So Gogeta basically takes on Broly, and everyone seems to know that this is gonna be Broly's ends. And at last, Chilai, who betrays Frieza, summons the dragon Shenron, and when Gogeta was basically Gogeta's Kamehameha was about to hit Broly, Chilai wishes to have Broly sent off to the planet that he grew up with, and so right when the Kamehameha wave was about to hit, Shenron teleports him to the planet that he grew up. And so basically that's it for the movie. The last scene is where Goku instant transmission go to the planet where Broly is, brought some capsule corp stuff such as a house, food, and everything, all kinds of good capsule corp stuff, and basically he wants to train with Broly. So as I said, the storyline is not really deep. The best storyline I would recommend for you to deeply watch is the first 5 minutes of the movie. After that, it's all just fighting scenes. All fighting scenes. And the best of all is we get to see a first person view fight. Unbelievable. Like, you have to watch this. I mean, I'll probably watch it again. Not for the storyline, but just for the fighting scenes and entertainment alone. And so, like I said, I'm not a fan of retconning a lot of stuff. Basically, they retcon the Bardock movie and the first Broly movie because Broly survives. He doesn't get killed. And so, how do I explain this movie? I guess if you really like fighting scenes, then you have to watch this. If you really like lore, then yes, you have to watch this. Now, if you care about seeing improvements in the Dragon Ball movies in regards to storyline, then this movie is not for you. And that's what keeps on missing on these Dragon Ball movies. There is no deep storylines. I mean, it would be nice to have at least a deeper storyline, not just, hey, I'm going to take over this planet, or hey, so and so. Like, can we have a certain reasons why? I guess the storyline of Zamasu was great because you have a conflicting type of viewpoints. You got the hero viewpoints and you got the anti-hero. Justice versus, I guess, proactive justice versus reactive justice. And so that is why if I'm gonna go watch this movie, I don't even care about the storyline, and so should you. You should only care for the fighting scenes. And so that is basically my reviews of the Dragon Ball Super Broly movie. If you have any comments, let me know down in the comments below. And if you agree or disagree on my review, let me know on the comments below. I will see you in the next review. Bye-bye.